Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grandpa Gaming. This is episode 2 of our Rebel Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So I did notice we did have some audio issues in the last video. I'm hoping to solve them in this one. Just let me know in the comments below if I'm coming through a little bit better on this episode or not. So we didn't do much last episode. We had some army consolidations. We did fight the first battle of Manassas, which I did have to force the Union army into fighting. And we are now reconsolidating our forces there while building a new supply depot as they were burning down the Manassas depot on the retreat. We shut down several armies, noticeably one of the armies here in Western Virginia, and the army down in Texas, which I shuffled all of its troops up into the Indian Army, which is now forming just outside of Muskogee under the overall command of Albert Pike. Once this unit is formed up, they're going to be more or less a raiding force, as these are all regimental-sized units. Most of them about 30 days away. And they'll be going to be operating out here in Kansas and Nebraska. I'm hoping to use them to quickly take these away from the federal forces. We'll see if that happens or not. The Western Army, which is a combination, another combined down army with the Missouri State Guard being combined down into it, give them an end strength total of 13,999 men. Just 177 days? What the? That's not right. Well, we'll see if it hangs on like that. But they're now just sitting on the border here between Arkansas and Missouri. And I'm going to be sending them north to take on the Army of the West. Well, it's still reduced down to 6,000 men. Maybe they'll fight us, maybe they won't. Now I'm going to be holding the line everywhere else with the Western Department, Department Number 2, Army of Tennessee, Army of Canada. Basically, everybody's going to be holding the line for now as I try to get more troops into the Army. What I am going to do is I am going to completely get rid of Department of South Carolina. I'm just going to completely disband this unit. We're not going to farm them out to anybody, as a lot of these are regimental commands. I get the Holcomb Legion, which is a 1 brigade, not even a division, and the rest of these are very, very tiny commands. So we got the Citadel Kids and South Carolina Engineers. These are all going to go away. There was one other unit. Here we go. Department of Alabama and District of Louisiana. $3,300 men. You're almost 10,725. And you do have some standard size brigades. I probably will not get rid of these. The regiments are going to go. The regiments are going away. The full-on brigades will keep those. Yeah. Like all these Florida units are going to get combined down, or they're going to get disbanded and just reformed into new brigades. What's going to happen? Every time I think my phone's on silent, it's not. And we're only 1 day into the game, so we are still waiting for Militia Act 2 to get done. That's going to be another 34.6 days away. As soon as that is done, we will start recruiting the viewer units in. So I'll be back with the next incident. All right, it's now July 24th, 8 o'clock in the morning, and our Western Army has besieged the Army of the West on the Nathaniel Line. So we're not going to let this siege play out. We are going to go straight into this fight. They're bringing 5,312 infantry, 447 cavalry, and 10 guns to our 7,752 infantry, 3,800 cavalry, and 29 guns. So, yeah, Let's go show Lion who owns Missouri. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Carrollton, Missouri. So, we are already starting off with a minor defeat as the Union's morale is actually much higher than ours by about 20 points. We're already down at 32 points in morale, which is not very good. But it is a meeting engagement, and the objective point is right here below Mount Greeley, which I'm really not liking. And the Federals are entering the field from up here north of Dr. Saley House. So once I get down to Deweyville, I really do have a feeling the AI is going to come straight down this road here and down the Greeley Road. They might swing out this way, which is what I would do, but talking about the AI, it's going to probably use the quickest approach route possible. And even though it was 8:30 in the morning on the map, it is now 17:55 in the day, July 23rd. So it's going to be a few hours before we hit darkness. About 3 hours from dark. So we're going to run up here, get the objective point real fast, which should raise our morale, drop the Federal morale. As you can notice, I do not have the battle tickers turned on. I'm not using the constant point gain from the objectives. Once you get the objective, you get the points. So the battles shouldn't be huge slogfest like they have been in the past. So my first thought is I'm going to run my cavalry, which is the AST Cavalry Division, up here to Deweyville Road and slow down the feds and get my infantry set up along this ridge right here that you can see with the artillery. We don't have all the forces in this army yet. Some of them are still on the way and forming up. Some are transferring in. So these units are low on numbers right now, even though we do have the Federals and a numbers advantage. I don't have all of my artillery on the field. I think I only got the 2 batteries on the field right now. I think that should cover it. So unless the AI does something unexpected, it should be a straightforward defend battle. I'll be back once we have contact with them. All right, we have spotted the 1st Federal Forces. There's a brigade here on the Seagull, and the 1st U.S. Regiment's coming up right behind, and more dust trails behind. And we also have dust trails up here along the Mossany Road, heading towards this road here. So I have split my forces up. I have one division head over here to the Cheswold Farm, and the other division coming down here toward Flensburg to support the cavalry. And my artillery is being sent over here onto this ridge line behind the Miller Farm to cover down this road here. I'm going to be setting my division along that fence line. So we are starting to run out of daylight. It's 1900. You got your whole orders good. Single line. And prepare to meet this infantry. Orders are taking a while to go out as commander is back here. It'll probably be a few minutes still before we have any fighting going on, so I'll be back. All right, we have first contact of the battle on my right flank. Hebert's Infantry Brigade, 3rd Louisiana Infantry Regiment, has engaged the 1st U.S. Battalion of Cavalry. Right now, they're just finding a delaying action as they kind of beat me on the race up to this hill here as the rest of the troops get into position on this flank. Follow orders. You need to just halt. Sometimes giving orders out is a pain in the ass. And you boys need to fall back already. That's fine. I just need you to fight a delaying action against them. Morale's fairly even on right now. As, mine's come up to 37 from the 31 it was at originally with the grab of the objective. This fighting started on my left flank because they're getting there about the same time. Not yet, but it's about to. They're trying to cut across in front of us. That's actually good because 2 of these regiments are mounted rifles. I got that damn charge icon stuck on. I hate that. I want you two to mount up. These two are regular cavalry regiments. These two are mounted rifles. Push onto that flank. Boys, swing around. I can knock out these two brigades early on. Be a very happy customer. Let's get you a push through on them. Actually, I had him going up the top of the mountain really get some scouting done, but looks like we're going to have you come and delay this Federal Infantry Brigade. And Louisiana bloke. Alright. That's fine. They got there tired, low morale. They'll come back into the fight. Artillery's moving in. Ooh, these guys got on the flank fast. Only 500 men. Let's go show them the error of their ways. Note they're continuing straight down this road here at my infantry, but apparently they're a little smarter than that. They're marching right into two batteries. We have here 3rd Brigade, 700 men. Should be able to handle these two with the batteries and the regiments. Everybody's exhausted because even though we didn't march very far, there's still a fresh army with no training. I'm really hoping that tells right here with this brigade. It's about to walk into canister. Don't know about the flank of this brigade, but I want these guys going as quickly as possible. I'm going to push these guns forward. Along with these two brigades. Have a cohesive line here. Why are you doing that? You need to halt and fix those lines. Push you forward to right here. Nope. Got a fence right here. Oh, more federal troops coming in down here. 4th Brigade. Let's see how they play out. Here we go. You boys shouldn't be standing up the canister that well. There we go. Pull you back in line with the artillery. You just stop and keep firing. How are we looking over here? You boys. Yeah, they're getting ready to break. Just charge into them. Get them going, please. What's with these parade ground antics? There we go. Not the best weapons for the job, but they'll do. It's still early war. My batteries is broken. After 10 losses, they broke. We're getting a cascade effect going. That's not good. That is not good at all. Federal Brigade's getting ready to break. We don't have to do much to break them. They're as bad as we are. You guys just marching right past us. That Federal Brigade broke. Boys, mount up. Oh, they're getting ready to break. Mount up. I'm going to go finish this off. Go get them, boys. Yeah. Half an hour left to break them. Alright, we hung in over here. Shift your fire, please. Now, at least we're going to get the first battle jitters out of the way. Hopefully it's one of these no-name battery commanders get defamed. And they are retreating. There we go. Not much going to be able to do to them. Hopefully we can snatch this brigade up over here, though I'm doubtful. I see got a cavalry brigade over here with the brigade in the center is the one I did want on this flank. Not too bad. I mean, two armies that don't know how to fight, fighting each other, stuff's going to happen. Speed this along a little bit, see if we can't get any more prisoners from the 1st U.S. I'm dropping a few, not many. Here we go. I'd like to say it was an easy victory, but it was a little touchy right there for a minute. It's like, as I said, these troops are not used to fighting, so. That really was not a long fight. I think that only took about 8-9 minutes. It felt like it took forever, but that's only about 8-9 minutes altogether with the fighting. So we took down 600 of their 5,500 infantry, 60 of their 450 cavalry. Didn't get any of their guns. Lost to 650 to 6,000 men. We lost 113 of our 7,748 infantry, 17 of our 3,803 cavalry, 17 of our 29 guns because those batteries broke, but we do get the guns back. So, I mean, these numbers are always a little skewed because it counts the batteries breaking, but you do get the guns back. Total loss 152 of our 11,968 men. Let's save this real fast. Left the old battle save on there. Got to do a new one. Let's see. We're not going to look at combat reports. I'm going to see if there's any wounded officers. I didn't see a message for any of ours being wounded. No, there's a lot of messages about people being demoralized. Let's take a look at their officers. Oh, we wounded Osterhaus from 1st Brigade. And that looks like it's it, because they're not broken down into divisions, which is something I started doing. Yeah, all right. Not too bad for a first showing. Victory at Carrollton. Army to the west fleeing in panic. And General McCullough becomes a national hero from this victory, even though it's a smaller fight than the one that did take place at Manassas. And looks like Colonel Osterhaus, who's that's also the officer we wounded. He lost face, so on top of being wounded, he gets disgraced at the same time. I feel bad for him. Got to blame it on somebody, and they blame it on the one guy who got wounded. Battle of Carrollton has ended with the Army to the west retreating in panic. My command has earned us a total victory with the enemy army running for their lives. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 658 men. They have 150 killed and 141 captured. Their morale is believed to be nervous. Our casualties totaled 152 men, 25 killed, 15 missing, and the rest are wounded. Morale is confident with supply situation mediocre. We captured 311 rifles and 0 guns from the field, and have paroled 142 enemy soldiers. do need to do is start building a prison camp, which is probably going to fill up fairly quickly. There we go. There's Andersonville. You know we're gonna place one at Andersonville. Right there, the road and rail network. In the middle of farmland, so they can stare at all the food that's grown all around them while we starve them. Really what happened in real life, too. Something that nobody discusses. You go down to Andersonville, it is surrounded by farms. Surrounded. And it wasn't that time period also. Let's get that battle rolled off. So our morale's not that hot, but that's going to help bring it up a little bit. Let me take a look at this army makeup here. Yeah, how do I have one infantry brigade? One regiment, really, just kind of... I'm going to bring you guys... What's the least amount? You got 3,400, you got 4,200. So you're going to go into Rains' division. You guys are straight cavalry, right? Yeah, you guys are all straight cavalry. Mounted riflemen. We're going to turn these two... I don't know if the a.o.m will let us do it. No, but I'm basically going to make these two regiments mounted rifles also, and I do have the weapons for it. 1,005 pieces of Sharps carbines. Frank Wessons are under order. Give you Jocelyn's. I don't have enough to give you. Give me the whole North carbines for now. You know, they're not a very good weapon. Or I'm looking at aim or accuracy mediocre. Now I'm going to give you guys the halls for now, because you may not hang around for the rest of the war. 88 men. Give you the Maynards. Maynards also. Looks like you're getting Colt revolvers. Definitely got to raise more troops. Like I said, I got to wait for more troops to become available to us. Actually, I already started breaking everything down to divisions. I do have some units. I got 5,300 volunteers available from the 2 corps that I did disband. And I started breaking everything down into more or less divisional assignments. Army Shenandoah needs a lot of work. We have a lot of separate batteries here. And once these singular regiments all come into line, I'm going to combine them down into single brigades. Those are regular brigades that are not in the field yet. So all this will get reorganized eventually. As the troops show up, I'll be able to reorganize everything, send people off, figure out who to combine down, figure out who to send off where. And I think I have a plan coming together on what to do with the viewer units. I think you all might like it. A little bit of a different strategy, but turning a Union one on its head a little bit. We'll discuss that more once I start recruiting those units. Alright, it's now September 3rd of 1861. And it's time for the monthlies. I skipped over the August monthly because that was less than a week after the war started. And we do have our first recruitment policy unlocked, so we do unit recruitment right afterwards. So let's run through this real fast. On strategy tab, national morale, there's that 86 to our 95. 86 support to our 98. Morale of the armies, there's that 94 to our 97. Men field, they have 186,124 men in the field. We have 140,843 in the field. Navy tonnage have 128,430 in the water. We have 39,390. I do have 4 frigates being built right now to add to my ocean-going raiding squadrons. And as soon as I have them, I will be building some casemate ironclads also to help start clearing out some of the blockading squadrons. Battles won. They're at 10 to 13. As there were some actions prior to the start of the game, all the smaller skirmishes like Philippi, Rich Mountain, stuff like that. Total casualties so far, they're at 6,829 to our 4,725. European relations, we were now at 30 with the British. Hopefully we can run that up and get them into the war at some point. Trade warfare, they're at 17 million to our 165 million. The economy, they're at 251.7 to our 119.3. Our economy actually went up just a little bit. The game considers us evenly matched. Over to finances, as you can see, we're not really... Most of our money is coming from bonds. We're ripping through that money pretty fast. We have a BBB plus credit rating right now, so it's... And it's going to get worse. So we got to get our units recruited before we lose all of our money. Policies, we did click off Armed Militia Act 2. We're now working on Militia Act 3 to get more units into the Army. As soon as that is done, we'll go over to Diplomacy 1 so I can start ordering us some Enfield rifles into the forces also. Projects, what do we got available here? Rifle artillery, rebuilt ironclads. That's something we want. Basically took up all of our money. Excuse me. And rifle artillery gives us 3-inch ordnance rifles and 6-pound weird rifles. Not really a fan of either one. I'm going to hold off on that. And I'm going to take another level of Cotton as King. I think we take a level of suppressed population as we are slowly moving into Missouri. Alright, as war goes right now, we have advanced the Army of Missouri. I renamed the Western Army into the Army of Missouri, and they are currently at Springfield. Indian Army, which is going to go in and support them, has to have all of its troops now, 7,100 men. I'm just waiting for their readiness to come up so I can advance them up towards Independence and St. Joseph and kind of block off the Department of Kansas. Once they're ready to move, Army of Missouri will be advancing on the Rolla and taking on the Army of the West again. And everybody else is just kind of sitting steady for right now. I'm just waiting for the Army Peninsula to get their readiness up also so I can have them start taking down Fortress Monroe. Alright, so like I said, we're going to start recruiting our units in. And we're going to try and form up a Decatur. Hopefully that's where they form up. Can't pick a specific location, sadly. I wish when you raised armies are like, yeah, I want to raise one here. You can't do that. Army, that is not going to be commanded by Robert E. Lee. You have someone else for that command. Look at this beautiful fella right here. Who wouldn't want to follow him into battle? I'm going to go from captain to general real fast. And start forming up some new divisions here. Who is that? McGowan. You're an artillerist. I don't want you. Brigadiers available. Got Clark, Drayton, Gist. I want some professional infantrymen. I'm not really crazy about Rains. We'll take Maxie Gregg as our first division commander. Now, here's my unit list. Virginia. Only 7,500 men available from here right now. Give them the standard uniform. Sky blue trousers. Kind of like the way the gray and the sky blue go together. It looks good on the map, too. That's an infantry brigade. We're not going to be placed by McGowan. Where are you? I know I made your avatar. I'm missing an avatar. Really? Anything else clicked on here? No. I believe I'm missing an avatar. There she is. This will be commanded by Captain Amy Vargas, who's now going to be becoming a higher rank officer. She does have a backstory here. In the spring of 1861, amidst the turbulent onset of the American Civil War, Amy Vargas found herself thrust into a role she had never imagined. A woman of unwavering resolve and fierce loyalty, Amy had always stood by her husband, Zarkov Vargas, a seasoned officer in the Confederate States Army. They had shared a deep bond forged through years of marriage and shared a passion that any American could forge their own destiny. Zarkov had been a respected leader within his unit, known for his strategic acumen and the trust he inspired in his men. When he fell victim to a fatal gunshot during a skirmish against Union forces, the news shattered Amy's world. The war had only been going on for maybe a month, and now something she loved most was already lost. Bereaved yet undeterred, she made a decision that stunned her husband's comrades and superiors alike. She asked to assume command of Zarkov's unit. It took many months of convincing and arguments, but in the end, she took his position as officer of this unit. The Tiefling Infantry. Raised in Virginia, heart of the South, Amy had absorbed the ideals of duty, honor, and the preservation of their way of life from a young age. Despite societal norms dictating women's roles, her determination to honor Zarkov's legacy drove her forward. Stepping into her husband's boots, figuratively and literally, taking charge with a firm hand and a clear vision, and set about avenging her husband's death. Love that backstory. And I do highly encourage, if you have a unit in the Army, just like my previous series, if you want to have backstories for the commanders, for the units themselves, I highly suggest sending them my way so I can share them with everybody. And if you are going to submit them, please do not put them in the comments of the videos. Please send them to the Discord. I have a channel set up strictly for that purpose. Some of the stories as written, YouTube does not like. Sometimes you'll see comments that don't show up or anything like that. Even though I'm supposed to have full control of what's seen, not seen, YouTube will just, quietly make comments disappear. I actually made a test comment from myself onto my channel, and it doesn't even show up. So I know that YouTube does do this. So I'm supposed to be the final arbiter on that stuff myself, but tell that to YouTube. So a link to the Discord, if you're not a member, will be in the description below. Let's change the name of this brigade. And also, if you don't like the uniforms I assign or the weapons, please let me know in the comments below. I will change them if I am able to. Right now, we're still just basically waiting on weapons. Some rifled muskets available. So my units will definitely be getting those. Next up, we have a rainy day today. Regiment from Louisiana. I don't have a lot of troops available from there. And you didn't specify the uniform, but because of the commander, you're going to be getting a Zawab set here. You're from Louisiana, so I want you to be a little colorful. Red, kind of a red, nah, maybe sky blue. Red ticking. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see how that looks on the map. This will be the Emu Brigade. Why can I not put you in command? Did I give you the wrong state? Oh, I assigned him the wrong state. Okay, we can fix that. All right, my apologies, rainy day today. I assigned your avatar to the wrong state as a volunteer. So, form of Tuscaloosa, that's fine. Recruit another brigade of Virginians here. Led by Emusin. Missed a Z in the name also. What the hell? I kind of screwed everything up on yours. Sorry about that. And you were just going to change to Virginia Brigade right now until I go down the list. I can't believe I did that. I think I got so excited making some of these units, I just kind of messed things up a little bit. I get excited when I see specialty units. Let's give you some Derringers for now. Next up for Grimwolf. It's an artillery unit. Let's recruit you from Florida. Not too many unit requests for Florida. There's another one I kind of want. This guy, a little bright. French blue and white. See how that looks on the map. Actually, olive and I think black will look good. This will be Oddball's Battery. Commanded by Donald Oddball Sutherland in remembrance of Donald Sutherland. Great actor gone from our lives. I love the Avatar pick. Next up, Mississippi unit. Battery. Always need more batteries. Gray and blue, so where's my Confederate gray? Actually, let's go Richmond gray. Sky blue. Scott's Battery. One commanded by Scott. Let's see if we can find him. Where he assigned? Oh, here we go. Another created avatar, Captain James William Scott. Now for another YouTuber and another very good YouTuber that I haven't seen him do a video on this game in a while. Trap here, I don't want you. Let's see here. Green's a political officer. Where are you from? South Carolina. And your infantry. I mean, he's a political officer, but he's also a professional. So, I'm good with that. So, for J76NY, we have another infantry brigade here. We'll recruit this one from Alabama because he didn't specify the state. That gray and light blue pattern again. This will be the Empire Brigade. Let's see about better weapons for you. I think go with the Augustins since we have them available. Why is my avatar showing? Augustins for you. And Trappier took that command. Okay. Next up. Cavalry Regiment out of Georgia. And this is for Messerschmitt 109. Georgia units, so yeah, we'll go with that uniform. Not that uniform color, though. That's horrible. Ugh. Light gray. I'll stick with the sky blue. I really do like the gray and sky blue. It looks good. Like I said, it looks good on the map. This will be 2nd Georgia Cavalry. Let me just add brigade onto the end of that. Let's see, what weapons do we have? Well, more than Frank Wessons. For everybody said you're going to get a set of Frank Wessons. I got to pull you out of that division there. You want someone posh as a commander. It's definitely not going to be AP Hill. Give me a cavalryman here. Somebody posh. What we got? I'm not seeing anybody. Kind of fits that bill. Millen's kind of posh looking. Kind of like the way he looks. Yeah, we'll go with Millen for now and see if he retains that command. So we have another... Okay, so we can fix this infantry brigade right here. For Mr. Oates, we have the New York Copperheads. Like the name. Copperhead movement was pretty big in New York also. Black and blue uniforms. I'm going to change this uniform. Jumped over to black automatically. Black and light blue. I'm going to change that to they're New Yorkers, so they're going to have a little bit more of a posh uniform. So we'll give them I think the VMI uniform. Or we go with the full jacket. I think we go with the full jacket. I'm not crazy about all the loose hair on the VMI ones. So keep it with the Derringers for now. Next up we have Jeremy Steed. Another cavalry unit. Kansas. Can I recruit from... I can't recruit anybody from Kansas. And so we're going to recruit these guys from Kentucky. Take these guys from Kentucky or... No, state support's at 36. That's... no. And we're going to recruit them from Tennessee. Say they cross the border to form up the unit. And you want... Hold on. You want Bill Anderson. I know he's in game. I know I saw him. I know I saw him. He has a very standout picture. I still have one of these clicked. None. That's probably going to help us. Here, let's take out the assigned officers. I know I saw Bill Anderson. Where did he go? I'm going to pause this here while I look for this man. Alright, it took me a minute, but I finally found William Anderson. I don't know why I was doing officer search. It took me a few minutes, and I finally got frustrated and just closed out the game, restarted it, and there he was. Alright, so this is going to be... Again, this is for Jeremy Steed, and this will be Bill's Butchers. And you requested the Transmiss Theater, and we're kind of going to be operating there. So you will be staying with this army for now, unless you don't want them transferred later on. And we don't have any of the main... We do have some sharps. You want to get yourself some sharps. Really don't like the state support in Kentucky, but hopefully we'll be changing that a little later on. All right, for project, lest we forget, his standard Georgia unit here. The olive green and light blue trousers, which always looks good on the map. It's going to be the first Georgia regulars. Weapons. Got maybe some Lorenzes. You want these guys commanded by Gordon. Hopefully he's not assigned yet. Here we go. check that real fast. Yep, all right. All right, next up, we have another infantry brigade here, but I don't think we have the troops available yet. Another Virginia brigade. And I do not have the troops available, so Scrub Bubble 1456. We're going to have to hold off on recruiting your brigade. Unless you would like me to recruit it from another state. So until we get more Virginians in the field, which is probably going to be long on this policy. Another 42, 43 days in game before we have more Virginians available. So I'm going to have to hold off on you for now. Next up, we have Bremer's Ghost with another cavalry brigade. And you don't care what state they come from, so we got plenty of men in Alabama. So I want to recruit more men out of Alabama. Gray and light blue for you. Oh, wait, and I created your avatar. I forget what state I gave him. Ah. I think I made some of the avatars volunteers and some not. Where'd you go? Down here in the lieutenants. And you probably want the red out ones. That'd be my luck. All right, I gotta go on another avatar hunt. All right, found him. I did make him a professional. Just I was looking in the wrong ranks. So Henry Lascelles, in command of the Yorkshire Yeomanry. Harewood Horse, and this is based on a historical figure. I couldn't find a good picture for his avatar, so I did use a generic. The oil painting that I could find of the man really did not work well for the portraits. So you get the generic. Do we have any weapons available? We got some musketoons for you. All right. Yeah, so if you do request an avatar, and if I can find a picture and it's like a historical person, I will use that picture. But if you're looking for an avatar, it's too late to add them into game. It's got to be done before the start of the campaign. Next up, we have another brigade of infantry for Fenix Secundus. And do I recruit more out of Alabama? Kind of the closest, I think. Let's recruit some Tennessee boys. Black uniform. So we'll go with a British black top. And we'll give the black trousers also, but if that looks horrible on the map, I'll change the trousers. Kind of want contrast in colors. It stands out better on the map. You got Pemberton in charge. He's an artilleryman. Let's find us infantryman. I think I'm going to say Reigns for another division. You get a Vanderlaw. All right. Actually, yeah, so Pemberton, your artillery, so that kind of works out. So put you in artillery arm right there. Actually, no, I'm going to change that. Building another infantry division. An infantryman range. You're going to take this division. And this is for Riley, U.S. Marine Corps. In any state. So grab some South Carolinians for this one. Oh, I kind of like. I really do hate this blue color. When you look at it on the uniform creation, it's kind of weird looking, but it looks a little different on the map. What was that? Tuscaloosa? Yeah, that was Tuscaloosa. I kind of like that color. Light gray bottoms. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with the olive green and light. No, go with the Tuscaloosa, so you don't look like the 1st Georgia regulars. And this will be the CSMC. And I meant to create the avatar for the commander of the Confederate States Marine Corps. There's really not much known about him, but there is a photo of him, and I just totally forgot to make it. I really did want to add him in. Yeah, let's give you at least an infantry officer. We're running out of infantrymen. You know, the big thing in these days, you got to be, there you go, give you AP Hill. I doubt he'll be commander of this unit for long. His stats are really good. So he'll probably be moving up in command as soon as some of these division commanders get wounded. Next up, Tennessee Brigade. This is for Mikhail Janosuk. And once again, I know I'm probably butchering your name every time I say it, and it stands out for me from previous playthroughs, so I do apologize for that. It's if I'm pronouncing it wrong, please let me know. Yell at me in the comments below and tell me how to pronounce it. I pride myself on being able to pronounce things correctly. I want a blue and red. Prussian blue and the British red bottoms. I happen to like the shell jacket, so that's just a personal choice of mine. It's very comfortable to wear if you're a reenactor. The shell jacket, it's a lot better than all the long hanging jackets. Actually, but Janzika Legion, so I'm gonna go with this one, I think. Janzika Legion, and you want Kelly as your commander. There he is. And what weapons do we have for you? Looks like we're going with Springfield muskets for now. They're out of the good stuff already. Weapons are in order, so it's going to take a while for them to get in there. And we have another Tennessee brigade. I think I'm out of Tennessee troops now. I got just enough left for one more brigade here. This is for J.A. Keys. A butternut uniform. Butternut top. Go with the butternut top and bottoms. I may change the bottoms. We'll see how it looks on the map, because this usually kind of stands out a little weirdly on the map. This will be the Wildcat Brigade. You want them commanded by George Manny. He's already assigned somewhere. Unless he was an avatar I had to create and you didn't specify that he was an avatar. All right, let's see. I'm going through the unassigned list. Give me assigned lists. Is he already assigned somewhere? There he is. Who are you assigned to? 1st Tennessee Infantry Regiment, Army Kanawha. Let's go replace him. First Tennessee, there you are. That's an infantry regiment, so you get a lieutenant colonel. I'm going to put Brian in command of that. All right, where'd you go? There you are. I think this corps is pretty much filled in now. Cavalry commander. Ooh, Claiborne's available. I should make him a division commander. There's no available cavalry officers. Is a weird. Oh, I guess we're going to go with Alcorn. He's a political officer, but he's a brigadier general without a job. Give me more state support out of Mississippi. And I do have feuds turned off, so I'm not so worried about the political officers. I need Pemberton, you're an artilleryman, so that's fine. And do I have any more artillery units to recruit? No. So, let's make up 2 generic artillery batteries here. And channel members. I'm going to put out a second call for units for artillery batteries. It's actually what I'm going to do instead of creating some generic batteries. Channel members. I'm going to allow you to add in some batteries for me. So Grimwolf, if you're a channel member, you already have the one battery. You can have a second one. Amy Vargas, Rainy Day Chain. Anybody's a channel member. If you already have a unit, you can now also give me an artillery unit. I'm going to need some artillery. I kind of want to form this strictly with viewer units. And what we're going to do, I'm going to form up a second corps to work with this one. With the rest of the viewer units that didn't make it into this force. I'm going to form up here in Alabama also. Yeah, I guess this one can be commanded by Lee. Hebert. Yeah, we can leave you in charge of that. Next up is a cavalry unit. From Virginia. Do I have Virginians? Do I have enough Virginians for a cavalry brigade? I do not. Maybe I do. I have just enough for one more cavalry brigade from Virginia. Need a steel gray and sky blue. This would be the 7th Virginia. And you want them commanded by Turner Ashby. Probably assigned out already. No, he's not. Surprised he's actually not assigned to a force yet. All right. And that was for Jason Pade. Next up, we have a Mississippi Infantry Brigade. This one has a little bit of a story to it also. Oh, but that is... You're going to see the map move around because with this game, when I go off screen, it gets a little weird. And I thought this story was fun, so I have to share it. A second here while I look it up. I know I should be cutting this out, but it shouldn't take me too long to find this. There it is. All right, let's start recruiting these guys. Where are we? Mississippi Infantry. Definitely going to be a Zouave unit. No color specifications, but I think this unit's going to end up being colorful. So give them a yellow top and some British red bottoms. So I think this unit's going to be very colorful. A woman walks into the general's tent, unannounced. She wears a Victorian-style dress with pale green and cream gingham pattern. Warm but serviceable leather ankle boots protect her feet. A leather belt around her waist holds 2 holsters. One on her left hip clearly holding a Colt 1851 revolver. One on her right hip holds an unrecognizable revolver with twin hammers. Curling her arms is a shotgun. Twin barrels crudely sawed down to not more than 10 inches and the stock cut down to a pistol grip. Monsieur General, she barks in a voice better suited to a drill sergeant or grizzled company first sergeant. I'm Gabriel de Leclerc, aide-de-camp to the commanding staff of the White Lightning Brigade, Mississippi's finest of ruffians and misfits. I hold the rank of Sous Lieutenant and will be addressed as such. I inform you that the brigade is mustering and will be ready for the general service upon their arrival. You are directed to set aside lodging for one goat of modest size, who holds the rank of Marshal de Logis Chef, and the lodgings will be appropriate for the rank. With a grunt and a cough that comes from a lifetime of smoking cigars, she turns on her heel and storms out without further word. do like that intro for this unit. This will be the White Lightning Brigade. You got it in a little late for me to create an avatar for it. Otherwise, I'd create like an AI picture of a goat smoking a cigar or something. We got in charge. Level. Definitely not you. Definitely not you. Mississippi. I want a political officer for this one. Volunteer. It looks crazy. We don't have much of. I'll put Barksdale in charge of this unit. There we go. We got for weapons. And it's just stuck with the Springfield muskets for now. Close that down, get that off my screen. All right, next up. For Arrows, longtime viewer of the channel. All right, we're going to recruit this unit out of... Take them out of Alabama again. We got plenty of volunteers. British red top and the sky blue trousers. Gonna go with this uniform again. This will be the Danish Lifeguards. You once you level, get away. I wish they wouldn't assign commanders to units. And, automatically you should be able to pick before they assign one. Gustavus Smith, engineer. Gustavus would work. Kind of looking for an officer with a Danish name. I actually didn't think I was going to be recruiting this episode. To be honest with you, I thought I was going to be doing this next episode, but recruitment came up. a.o.m added a ton of officers. I'm just going to go through the list here real fast. None that really stands out. So I guess we go with Gustavus Smith for now for command of this unit. And finally, we have another cavalry unit out of Georgia. This will be the North Georgia Mounted Rifles. It's fine for now. And do I have any weapons for you? We got some musketoons for you. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to... I'll leave this open for now. In case anybody wants to recruit more units. I want this under command of Joseph Wheeler. He may already be in use. Yes, you are. Where are you? You're in the Indian Army. Oh, he's a division commander already. Wheeler's one of my division commanders, so I'm not going to be demoting him. Take command of a brigade. So Wheeler's kind of out of the equation for now. Let's find us a good Georgia officer here. Georgia and cavalry. There's only no straight cavalry officers from Georgia, huh? All volunteers. Cavalry got available here. You know, I think we give you a Benning. I think that works for right now. If you like a different officer, please let me know in the comments below. So actually, I think we got everybody but Scrub Bubbles in. So just let me know if you'd like to wait for more Virginia troops to become available or just recruit them from any state. Just let me know in the comments below. And to everybody who's viewing this channel, anybody can request a brigade from me. I will put everybody's brigades in. I only ask that you be subscribed to the channel in order to get a brigade in. I can't double check or not if you're a subscriber or not. I mean, there's no way of really checking that, so it is on and on our system. So just let me know what type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, and officers, and I'll oblige you on every count if possible. It's not always possible to oblige everybody in these things. It's a little hard sometimes. All right, and actually, I think it's probably a good place to end this episode because this recruitment did take me a little longer than I thought it would as I had to go looking around for some officers. Let's see, how long is it going to take? Army to South, Army of Alabama. I'm going to change the name of this army. And we all know what it's going to be. The Traveling Harem. We're just missing my grunts. I didn't recruit the grunts for this playthrough. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to transfer the units from the Army to South into this command. It'll just be a larger corps is what we're going to make it. So, yeah, it's just going to be a large corps. Unless I get a lot more units. It'll just be a plus-size corps. So Heber will take you out of command of there. White Lightning Brigade, you're going to go to 1st Division. Danish Life Guards, you're going to go to Drayton's Division. Put all the cavalry in a 1 division from now, though that's probably going to get broken up. Don't need... Nope. Actually, I'll leave you guys under command of Hebert for now. And Scrub Bubbles Brigade can go right there when I have some Virginians for it. I think that works out. So like I said, if you're a channel member and you already have a brigade, please give me a name for artillery batteries so I can fill out my artillery division and support batteries for the line divisions. So definitely accept any and all names. I think this is going to be an interesting playthrough. So I said I was going to discuss what the plans are for this unit. So, taking a reverse Mississippi River strategy. Once this unit's formed up, and how long is that going to take for most of these units? We're looking at 53 days on the outside. Longest one is 53 days, and that's Ashby's unit. Well, that's fine. It gives the unit time to train. Actually, it's won't go up to Major General, so you outrank everybody else in the army. more time. Lieutenant General. These guys should all be Major Generals. Well, they'll eventually get promoted, I think. As the stars increase, I'm just making him my avatar Lieutenant General just because he's command of everything. So I'm planning on taking a reverse strategy this one, and we're going to move up into Cairo, followed by, I don't think we'll be ready in time for the move on St. Louis, so I would like to be. I kind of want to move in concert with the Army of Missouri and Indian Army, because we need to secure Missouri by bouncing all the Federals out of it. So I think it's going to take all 3 corps for that, unless I'm going to use the Army of Western Tennessee. I changed all the names of these armies here. You have Army of Eastern Tennessee, Army of Middle Tennessee, and Army of Western Tennessee. But I really want to use our corps for that, and we're going to make a drive on Chicago, then work our way back east from there. Follow the rail lines to Fort Wayne, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. See what we can, see how much we can screw up the federal AI. See how they react to all of that. They may ignore us, they may not ignore us. I don't know. It gets a little weird sometimes. But that is the strategy for right now. So, like I said, it's a good place to end this episode. So, once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. And like I said before, if you'd like a brigade of my armies, just please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, status from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all accounts if practicable. And as always, follow along with the series enjoying. Don't forget to bayonet that like button, butt stroke that comment section. And I'll see you all to the next episode. Stay grumpy.